Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to dive right into the messages for you Sagittarius, for sun, moon, or rising. Keep in mind these are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you're interested in a personal one-to-one reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what comes through for you. I was gifted these blank tarot cards. There's 80 of them. And of course, I had written down about 80 messages channeled over the last few months. And so it all came together. Perfect timing. We're going to see what message comes through for you using these cards. Thank you. Interesting, we have time lapse. This is something that happens, especially when we're going through a lot of different energetic shifts and ascension and changes, and sometimes we find ourselves not even realizing it, but energetically, even our minds are going into different dimensions and different wavelengths, and we lose track of time. You may also notice that time is speeding up anyway, so this is definitely part of the awakening and ascension process. It can leave you feeling a little confused as to what the heck is going on. I just lost a big chunk of time. And that's normal, so don't worry about it, Sagittarius. Let's see what else wants to come through for you. Sometimes when we go into a certain journey that we are meant to be learning something from, we lose track of time too. Like relationships or jobs or things that we're not really supposed to be in for the long run. We don't know it at the time when we're jumping into them, but we can lose ourselves. It's a matter of showing you, like, did you lose yourself? What did you learn while you were in this other realm, this other dimension, in this other experience where you totally lost track of time? And next thing you know, like 4 years have gone by, and what have I done with my life? What is going on? That's extreme, of course. We'll see what comes through for you, Sag. A lot of energy today. That is for sure. Okay. Okay. And funny enough, at the bottom, we do have accelerated motion. So time is speeding up. Yes, yes. Catches you off guard every now and then. You're like, wait, what? It's January 2024? Huh? What's going on? Well, you had been trapped in fear. Trapped in the matrix. Operating in that rat race. Most likely due to some financial and material changes that were less than pleasant. And so it puts you in the fear and that consciousness of gotta do the things that I've always been taught to do, to, you know, when our root chakra is thrown off balance, when we feel ungrounded, we feel unstable, unsecure, not safe, especially financially and materially, it really puts us in a cage, does it not? And it takes away our power. So now it's time to take your power back. You were just in a little bit of a time lapse. Trapped in fear. Okay. It happens to the best of us. And every moment that we spend, we're not actually living. We're giving our power away to the fear and to whatever we do to try to keep ourselves from what it is that we fear. experiencing what it is that we fear. All right, tell me more about trapped in fear for Sagittarius, please. Knight of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, got one more on that. All right. Okay. Sagittarius, you may have also been let me just get all these cards. This is a pretty big message here. Okay. All right. Okay. Boy, don't I know it. All right, good. So back to fear. It seems as though we're using all of your energy, all of your focus, all of your time, really trying to save something that you loved or someone that is really close to your heart, important to your heart. Because of the great changes that have happened in your material world, could be, you know, your finances are different, your job is different, your stability, your home, all of that changed. It slowed down. It's interesting because time speeds up, but sometimes we slow down. We have the Knight of Pentacles. There was a lot for you to do, but you fell into the spell of the moon. Into the duality of it all. It was very emotional. Yet, slow and steady, you were able to recover or recuperate something or keep things afloat. Keep things afloat. As you were really playing out the duality within you. There's another greater part of you, or your true soul self, that sort of knew all along what was going on. But because this hit, this change, brought up so much fear, sometimes we go completely unconscious when we're hit with especially security and stability fears, right? We fall unconscious to how we're operating and the emotion that we're actually operating under. Five of Swords. The negativity, the fear, the internal conflict that goes on. It was tough. This has been tough, Sagittarius. But it also is meant to show you, and it does see that there's some insight here, some new clarity here. I see, my parents operated this way, or I was taught this. I see this from what I'm witnessing in the outside world. I fell into it, the same thing that everybody else is doing. And I gave my power away. All of it. I gave my power away to the bank, to the credit card company, to whatever. That's just an example. To a person. But really, you were ultimately, you were doing things the old way to try to save and rescue something. There's a lot of fear here. All right. Whew. So now, what for Sagittarius? What can we tell Sagittarius? This seems like a lot. Seems very stressful. It seems as though you're coming out of a time lapse. Are you able to see that you were operating by old, I want to say old ways of thinking that just were not doing you any favors? Yes, death, transformation. So things are changing, they're turning around. We're putting an ending to those old patterns, that fear is transforming. What's the fear transforming into? This is limiting belief systems. Judgment. There's a wake-up call there. You know, things always end up working out one way or the other when we don't. I mean, they do anyway when we see in hindsight, like, oh my gosh, all the time, energy, focus, all the power I gave away to try to save this when it either is meant to go or something better was meant to take its place. There's an awakening here, for sure, a wake-up call. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This could be a wake-up call as far as how you work and operate, especially under the spell of the moon and with these limiting belief systems that are still floating around in your mind a little bit here. There's a lot of detail here, attention to detail. Maybe you put too much focus and attention on something. And maybe, just maybe, you lost the love and the passion that, because when we're doing things just because we love them, because it brings us joy and happiness and fulfillment, it's a beautiful thing. When we're operating like, oh my God, I got to do this, how am I, like, when we're operating under fear, suddenly we don't enjoy it. We're not enjoying it. Guess what? You're feeding that energy. You're recognizing how much you gave your power away. And ultimately, yeah. When ultimately, really, all you needed to do was trust that everything was going to turn out okay anyway. The Fool. So, in the end, I feel as though you've had some messages that came in. Could be in the form of communication. Could be in the form of some spirit that had you really pause and recognize what I'm doing, the same old thing, day in and day out, expecting a different result. It's driving me insane. And I think I need to shift gears now. That message is telling you the same. So, again, the overall energy here, Sag, is the Fool. Eight of Swords. Below that, and the Tower. So there was definitely, there were things that were hidden from you, and it was bringing up all of your fears, all of your doubts, all of your worries, feeling very trapped in a situation. There's a story, a narrative that you were following, and it was not a positive one. So we're going to get one last message for you from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. Some advice for you, Sagittarius. And if you're liking this video so far, please don't forget to click that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And feel free to comment. I do love to read all of your comments. All right, Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius, please, from this reading here. And things are changing and transforming. Trust. Trust in the unknown, in the unseen. Thank you. Death. If you need extra confirmation, Sagittarius, there's the death card again in oracle form. Death, which means death of an old way of being, rebirth of a new, true, authentic, trusting way. I'm going to read it from the book, though. Death is scary. Endings, whether they are planned or a surprise, are most often accompanied with a sense of anxiety, unease, or more strongly with denial and refusal to let go of the person, relationship, or situation that is ending. Endings always signify beginnings. As in the New Beginnings card, this card urges you to let go gracefully. Do not attach yourself to the emotion and energy of what is ending. Feel it, experience it, and then let it go. A slight shift in perspective is sometimes all that is needed to experience this transition with grace and ease. Instead of thinking, oh no, I have to start all over, shift your perspective slightly and think, yay, I get to start all over. This shift will raise your energetic vibration and carry you through this time of change. This card can also signify the ending of a troublesome situation. That's what I really see here. This was a troubling situation. It most likely was something, I'm seeing the tower below here. Most likely was something that was meant to crumble and come apart anyway, and it really had you operating like, I've got to run, I've got to fix this, I've got to save it, and you put a lot of time and energy and detail into that, whether it's a relationship, whether it is, a business, a job, a home, whatever it is for you. It could even be a person. For some, it could even be a physical death, and if that is the case, my condolences go out to you. But whatever it is for you, that is changing, and there's finally something. There are blessings here that are about to emerge for you. So that's what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. I hope that you found this helpful for you, and I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.